Well, thank you everyone for joining us for another episode of Transportation Talks. I'm your host, Nicholas Robb, and I'm here today with the Deputy Director of Transportation for Prince William County, Paolo Belita, who actually used to work with Fairfax County as well.
Well, you're good to be back.
Yeah. So you want to, I guess, tell a little bit about your background, what you do with Prince William County?
Yeah, I'm the Assistant Director of Transportation for Prince William County. I oversee our Planning, Traffic, and Inspections Division. So we're responsible for, on the planning side, long-range planning, reviewing rezonings, entitlement cases, site plans. We also have a traffic safety engineering section that's responsible for different safety initiatives. Happy to talk about that in detail. And then we have an inspection section. So any developments, if they have roadways that will go into the VDOT system, our inspectors will review them to be accepted by VDOT. So that's a little bit what I do. I've been with Prince William County since 2011. Nick had mentioned I worked here for 2 years, so I was very fortunate to work here. And,
just missed you when I started.
Yeah. So it's good to be back, and also county resident. So I know Fairfax County is doing a lot of great things, and excited to talk about it as well.
Awesome. Yeah, so I guess if you want to go into some of the kind of things you guys have been working on, stuff that's going on that's new with Prince William County.
A lot going on, and just quick background on Prince William County. As you know, we're your neighbors to the south. We're not as large. We're about 500,000. We're a very diverse county, continue to grow, and we're not only diverse in terms of population, but our landscape. Mm-hmm. To the east, like Fairfax, we have our 95 and Route 1 corridors, very established and urbanized. But in Prince William, as you go further west, you hit some of our rural areas. There's a lot of there's a lot of development going on, a lot of industrial, a lot of data centers, but it is a section of the county is continuing to grow. So the challenge we have is dealing with some of our existing congestion, but also how do we plan for the future. And with that, we have a lot of projects going on. We implement projects from what our director likes to say, cradle to grave. So we'll plan, design, deal with right-of-way utilities, construct, and do the ribbon cutting. So last year alone, we completed about 11 projects. Right now, we have 30 active projects in our CIP. These projects range from your active transportation projects, trails, sidewalks, ADA improvements. We also have a lot of interchanges, a lot of roadway widenings and extensions. So a lot going on in the county.
So you said CIP, the county improvement plan?
It is a capital improvement program.
Capital improvement program, right.
Yeah. So and one project I did want to highlight, and I noticed, for example, in Fairfax County, you guys completed your commuter garage at a monument.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the county it's beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
But Prince William County, we actually completed our first structured commuter garage. It's our first one. A lot of our commuter lots are surface, so that is our first commuter garage. It'll be a new hub for OmniRide, and happy to dive deep into that when we talk about transit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because I know we just, I guess it's been about 9 months since I think I started the podcast. And we had Robin, who's since gone with our Marcom team. But I had her on. We were talking about the Springfield and Monument garages because they just opened when we started this. And I think it's the Springfield garage. I haven't been to that one yet, but I think they put like a putting green almost kind of thing on something. Or she said, I was like it had like an AstroTurf thing up there.
Pretty,
or
that's
that.
pretty amazing.
I don't think they did that with the Monument one, but they're like, it's kind of like you could almost do like a wedding venue or something up there. So I was like, I don't know who would think of that. That's really cool.
Does that one also have a pedestrian bridge that goes directly over Old Kenny Mill? But either way,
I think so. Yeah. No, that's awesome. So you guys just finished
We just finished it. We went full for service early this year. 1,400 spaces. That's the first time we did a structured project. A lot to learn, but I think it's well needed for the eastern side of the county.
Right. So I know unless we're going to talk about the transit now, but do you have new routes going there?
I know that OmniRide did a lot of restructuring on the local routes, but a lot of our commuter routes, express routes that go downtown, we'll go through there.
Oh, cool.
So we work extensively. When we designed the garage, we worked with OmniRide to make sure we have the charging stations for future EV to make sure we can accommodate their buses. So it was really a true multimodal project.
Nice. So are there any other additional, capital improvement projects you guys have been working on?
So there's a couple of major projects. We're trying to wrap up a couple projects, but similar to Fairfax County, the Route 1 corridor has always been
Right.
a important corridor. We widened certain sections. We're looking to widen our last section just south of Woodbridge. But we have a couple interchanges underway going through our design build process. So that's very exciting. You know, working with the state on creating some of these innovative interchanges. I know, for example, Fairfax County, you guys have one coming on Popes in the Parkway. So I
Right.
saw the renderings for that. So we do a lot of those types of improvements as a design build procurement. So,
Yeah.
very exciting.
Anything, I guess, in the realm of bike? I know because this will probably be aired right after I
Yeah.
had our Andrew from our bike team on with bike to work day and stuff. So any like bike walking stuff going on?
Sure,
I
a
guess?
lot. I'll start with projects. We have a lot of bike ped projects. You know, a lot of missing gaps in Prince William County. So we have a lot of projects to fill some of these sidewalks and trails. In terms of bike to work day, we have a couple initiatives. We'll be doing a bike rodeo to teach some of the middle schoolers. And typically, we at the board will proclaim, you know, I believe it's May 15th as Bike
Right.
to Work Day. But this year, we wanted to really focus on the month. So we're going to do Bike to Work Month.
Okay.
A couple initiatives. We're making sure we're putting out different kits at libraries for cyclists. So we're really trying to get out there in front of the public and work with our cyclist community.
Nice. I know it's funny because I was just speaking with like I said, our bike planner the other day, and I know I had heard bike rodeo before, and I had to ask for clarification. I was like, wait, it's not like it's like
Correct.
riding a bull or something.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that. Yeah, I
But
know.
you
Yeah.
clarified that for me. I was like, oh, okay, it's just like a safety training. I was like, I don't know who came up with that.
And I think they may have got it. I know the transit industry, they'll do bus rodeos. Maybe, you know,
Right.
something
right.
similar, but it's not a competition.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So it's funny. It is funny. Think
So you
about it.
guys will be doing some of those in May. Do
do
you guys do
May.
those year round, or is it mostly just?
This is the
folks
first
in
time
May?
we're doing it, the rodeo in May. You know, we're part of, you know, Bike to Work Day program. So we have pit stops
right.
in the county as well, similar to Fairfax. And, you know, we're planning for that now. That's, you know, coming up here next month. So a lot of exciting things coming along in the active transportation realm.
Right. That's something I wanted to touch on too. I guess is microtransit. And
Sure.
some of them, I've recently had was it Jamie Cook from Loudoun County on from General Services, and they were talking about the kind of microtransit going on, and with the new garage. I didn't know if that was kind of a subject as well.
Sure, yeah, it's something definitely we're looking into, and we're fortunate. OmniRide actually has a microtransit program. It's called OmniRide Connects. So what it is you go through an app, and the focus areas are actually Manassas and the Dumfries area. So it's microtransit, but you'll set up a ride and you'll meet a van at a corner, and then go to your trip. So it's an exciting initiative. We're hoping to expand that. This is the first time that OmniRide and the county is doing something similar. So that's something we're supportive of. Especially as we don't have as many direct routes for our bus routes. We want to make sure we can cater to our population and get to them. So I think this is a good program for the county.
So I'm guessing some of those will go to the new garage.
Some will go through the garage.
Right.
I believe right now the focus areas is Dale City and
Right.
Triangle, but a lot of you could go through the garage. I foresee a lot of residents going directly to the garage if they don't have access to a bus route.
Right. And you guys do any like kind of safety
Sure.
related?
A lot of
Before.
safety initiatives. So
Yeah, initiatives. Sorry, so
yeah.
Projects.
Projects.
Not projects, but like
Yeah.
initiatives.
Safety is a priority for our board. Our traffic safety engineering section is growing. They're primarily responsible for working with constituents on safety matters, similar to what the traffic engineering section here in Fairfax County does. We have a residential traffic management program. We implement traffic calming measures such as speed humps, speed display boards. So that's been around for about 20 years. One thing that the county is doing is we implemented a pilot photo enforcement program. Several years ago, the General Assembly allowed the use of photo enforcement for localities such as Fairfax and Prince William. So we're looking at implementing 8 speed cameras at school zones and 8 red light cameras at 8 intersections throughout the county. We've completed the school zones. We have 5 in play. We're looking at the data to see how it kind of improves safety. We're looking to implement red light cameras and hopefully make that full time in the next couple of years. So, big effort. It's exciting. I know that Fairfax County Police is also overseeing similar speed cameras at school zones. So that's one thing. The other thing, as part of the Safe Streets for All program, this is a USDOT grant program. We were awarded to do a study countywide. We're calling it the Comprehensive Traffic Safety Action Plan.
Okay.
So as you know, most jurisdictions have comp plans or strategic plans. We don't have a plan that focuses countywide on safety. So this is a plan that will look at that. It's underway. We hope to complete it this summer. It looks at the different bike ped gaps in the county. We're looking at high injury networks to identify which corridors are really dangerous. We're also looking at high risk corridors. So instead of being reactive, we want to be proactive and kind of mitigating some traffic safety issues. So that's a big study underway. And between that and photo enforcement, our group's been busy dealing with these programs and initiatives.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. Yeah, the new bike routes too. I guess you guys are looking at implementing.
Correct. Yeah.
Or I guess lanes and stuff.
Yeah.
as
So
well.
as part of our comprehensive plan that was really updated a couple of years ago, we really focused on active transportation. Before, we used to have a separate trails plan with DOT and a separate trails plan with the park. So we created a countywide trails plan.
Okay,
so not just your shared use path, but also your off-road trails with the park. Do we create one plan and one vision? So that's a big initiative, really trying to be more multimodal when it comes to transportation planning.
Awesome. Is there anything I might have missed that you wanted to?
Sure, yeah, and I know we hit on transit, and
Right.
I did want to give a shout out to OmniRide. They're a great
definitely.
transit provider. We're a little different in Prince William County and outer jurisdictions when it comes to transit. I know Fairfax, Loudoun County, Arlington, Alexander, you all provide transit services directly. We do not in the county. We're part of the Potomac and Rappahannock Transportation Commission. They're the ones that provide transit, and OmniRide's their operating name. So it includes Manassas Park, Stafford, Spotsylvania, and Fredericksburg. And, they have express routes along the 95 and 66 corridors that go downtown. They have 2 Metro direct routes. We don't have Metro in the county, but we do have those routes that take you from Woodbridge to Franconia, Springfield, and from the Gainesville area to the Tyson stations. And then that's in addition to all the local routes. So I did want to highlight the transit. Not having Metro, we rely heavily on OmniRide, and also we have a couple stations on the VRE lines as well.
VRE as well. No, that's great. And usually I kind of ask this in the beginning, but I slipped my mind. So after you introduce yourself, like what got you interested in transportation? Kind of like a little bit about your backstory.
Yeah. Growing up, always was interested in building things and wanted to be an engineer. I realized I wasn't good at math, so became a planner, and really transportation's a big part of, creating, urban or regional environments. It's always a chicken and egg, transportation or land use. So got into it, and then, been in it since. And the great part is you get to work with other jurisdictions. I still talk to a lot of my colleagues here in Fairfax and work with Loud in other jurisdictions. So it's really an exciting field.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Paolo, for coming on today and chatting with me.
Appreciate it.
Definitely love to have you back in the future. And I definitely need to get someone out from OmniRide
Sure, we'll do.
to come chat with me as well.
Good to be here, and thank you. And appreciate it.
Thank you so much.